Hi, Sagittarius. All right. Queen of Cups, Cancerian. That could be Cancer. The Devil. That could be Capricorn. Don't panic. Seven of Swords. Good for you. Being shrewd. Temperance. That could be Sagittarius. Eight of Swords. Nine of Wands. And the Ace of Cups. Get it? Not too shabby. All right. What do we got here? Getting some water. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Hey. All right. So what's this? Because this is you. I feel like you put your foot down. What is it? Romance or is it work? What's this Seven of Swords? For Sagittarius. What's this Seven of Swords? Five of Cups. What's this Temperance about? The Lovers. That could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. Alright, so what's this Eight of Swords? Would you put your foot down though? Yeah. You're struggling with it. You put your foot down, you're trying to focus on you and what you need, but you're struggling with the balance of both. What's this Knight of Wands here? Eight of Swords. Just hold on a minute here. So why? What's this Devil about here? What's the Devil about? Okay. That's why, because you put your foot down. This is you holding out. Is this you expecting someone to own up to stuff that you're not going, you're kind of halfway in, halfway out of something, but you're not doing what you normally did. You've broken a cycle here, and you're prioritizing yourself and your emotional well-being inside of a commitment. Is it work or is it a relationship? It feels like it's a relationship. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like this is a work reading. This feels like a relationship reading, that you have broken a cycle and you're trying really hard to stand your ground. And it's just hard. What's this Ace of Wands or Ace of Cups? It's almost like your outer appearance is of you standing firm, but inside you're just like treading water. You're just like, okay. What's this Ace of? It's like you're a duck. On the surface, you're calm and serene, and it is what it is, and this is my position. But underneath, you're paddling like crazy. What's this Ace of Cups here? The Tower. Okay. Not putting up with that. Good for you. All right. So this is you recognizing the need for this week, and I have to remember it's a weekly reading, not a monthly. You are putting your foot down. You're recognizing the benefit of certain benefits with someone, but you're realizing it comes on the heels of a relationship that needs change. It needs to be examined. It needs to not be done the way it was done anymore. If there's ever a time for a reset, what you're advocating for is like, now is the time for this. I don't want to do things the way we've done things anymore. I don't want this codependent, I don't want this codependent situation anymore. It's not that you want to do away with the relationship. You don't want the same dynamics in the relationship anymore, and you're trying to hold out for change within a situationship. Again, this feels like a romantic reading. It doesn't feel like a or I should say it feels like a relationship reading. It doesn't feel like a work reading, money reading. This feels like you advocating for change within a dynamic, because there's certain benefits to it. There's certain, it could be longevity, you got kids, but there's also, there's an attachment to the person, but the dynamic needs to change. And you feel like you're in a rock and a hard place because you don't want to let go of the relationship, but you want certain things to change, and you feel like you don't want to have to choose, but you're feeling like it's coming to you having to choose yourself and prioritize yourself. And you would like for things to change within the relationship and not have to make drastic changes. And that's where you're at for the week, is feeling like, okay, it's, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And that's the week for you. There, as far as money, there's been some kind of revisiting. Whatever, if you were ended, you are reinstated. There's some kind of transition or change here. I don't know if you're being offered severance or if a long-standing unfair situation is made right. But the kicker is, it doesn't feel like you're going back to it. So whatever the job was, there's some kind of recompense that comes due. So there's some kind of closure this week for the job, and it might be a monetary settlement or some kind of compensation, but you're not returning to the job. It looks like what's done is done, and you don't want to go back to that. But after that, it feels like a romantic read, and it feels like you're really wanting to. It's like you don't want to have to make a decision between the two. You want someone to be able to see value in compromise, see value in changing the situation, the dynamic, working through things. And if push comes to shove, you're going to choose your own emotional well-being, but you don't want to have to do that, because you don't want to have to make that decision. You don't want it to be an either-or decision. And so again, with the transitioning, you're not going back to a job or a work situation. It feels like you've moved on to better, or you're pursuing better. And there's some kind of compensation that comes through for that. But for the Sagittarius that I'm reading for, you're not going back to that. There's just closure this week for you. For the romantic thing, you don't want to have to make a decision either or, but if your push comes to shove, you'll choose you. You're holding out for compromise and hoping the person you can, but it's been difficult because there's an attachment there. There's a love there. All right, what else for Sagittarius for the week ahead? Let's see. What's for Sagittarius? Happy, harmonious home, and because you have that solid base, being able to plan and look for the future and wanting to create and getting the, the idea of creating a family, like starting to settle in as a family, and that's where the that's where the friction is here, is that you want an overhaul to that. You want more compromise or more consideration, or you would like to have what communal energy is between the two of you redefined. And it's like you're fighting for change and compromise. You're not asking anything unreasonable, and you're hoping your person will see that. But this is a codependent dynamic. So it does, and it's good for you for realizing, okay, I got to choose me in this. I can't go down with a sinking ship. I don't want to do that. I hope you'll see reason here and work with me. But I will choose me if I have to. I don't want to, but I will have to. And not that you don't want to choose you, but you don't want to have to take drastic measures here. That's your preference to not, obviously. What else for Sagittarius? This is you advocating for necessary change. There's nothing wrong with that. But it could very well be that you're going to have to take a breather and not do away with it, but to restore emotional well-being and sanity and whatnot. It could be that you're going to have to put this situationship on hold. It could be that you already have, and you're feeling the effects of that, and you're trying to stay strong. You're like, you're trying to stand your ground, but it's hard because there's a love there. And this is just like, I don't want it to have to be this way. Can't you just see reason here? What else for Sagittarius? This could be a mother-child issue. And you just got a really volatile partner, or a partner-child. And you're like, you know what, this is tough love. What else for Sagittarius? I have to remember this is for the week. Epiphany, seek clarity. Seeking clarity. Epiphanies, upheavals. aha moments. And it looks like you have, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's almost like I wish I didn't know what I know now, because I can't not know what I know. And it compels you to take a stand, or it compels you to make different choices, because then integrity is involved. And you're just like, oh, because it's not an easy decision, but it has to be done for you. And you're like, I'm choosing me. I have to. And you do have to. But it's not over yet. And this is not an ex. This is someone you're still going back and forth with. So again, it could be a child, mother-child relationship, or it could be just a romantic partnership here that you're asking for more. Maybe it's more maturity. Maybe it's more equality. Maybe it's more consideration. Just, I want to start planning a family. I want to start it being about us, and they're just not on board with that. They just want to keep things the way it is. It's something about you wanting change and wanting it to be more of a partnership, and someone's just either won't or can't. They're either working too much or they don't want, but they're just, it's been hard for you to put your foot down and ask for this. Okay, I'm going to end it here. 12 minutes. That's enough for a week, right? Not doing a deep dive. It's not a monthly. Okay, I hope this was helpful, Sagittarius.